Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to You Know What, and you know what you clicked on, so here it is, this dumpster fire. That is my life. Oh, come on. Don't make me go through all this again, please. So, last time we left off, it was our first day of baking school. We met Colonel Sanders. He told us a bit about his secret recipe, and then somebody died over poisoned tentacles. And then we were attacked by a spork monster, and no one went to jail. Van did not go to jail for basically trying to poison people with his food, which makes no sense. Oh yeah, and Colonel Sanders got us to our house, even though we just met him today. How the hell does he know where we live? It's weird, but okay. Let's go. I mean, maybe he's some stalker or something. Maybe this is not the story I expected. Maybe there's a lot more to this than we thought. Maybe Colonel Sanders is actually a yandere that's been stalking me. No, I'm not good enough to stalk. I mean, it's my first day of baking school, and the best, most creative thing I could come up with was mashed potatoes and gravy. Oh no. Oh no. Did we not go through everything? Dang it. Okay. I'm gonna get through all this. Never mind. Settings. Oh, that doesn't help me. Load. The 5th byte. Don't tell me that was where I left off. Don't tell me I didn't finish the other chapter. Oh no, do I have to go through this again? The spork monster? Really? I mean, I'll do it, because I'm very intrigued on how they're gonna end this. Oh good, I don't. I knew it was a new chapter. So one thing I would like to point out that I was thinking about is that they had one full day in 5 chapters. So are the other 5 chapters gonna be one full day again? This is a 3-day cooking school after all. 48 hours was it? No, it was 60. I don't know. I forgot. It's a 3-day school, so are they gonna throw all one day into 5? You know what? Probably not. We're probably gonna get the full 3 days over here, okay? Or they'll taste my food, say my cooking is so amazing that I don't even need school, and then I'll carry on for the rest of my life cooking. I don't know. You wake on. You awake? You awake? You wake up? Also, apparently cooks are bad at grammar, and they cannot speak properly. So you awake on day 2. I guess maybe that makes sense. An attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories? Or premonitions? Geez, what the hell happened to me? I'm over here talking about how they can't speak English, but I can't even say premonitions. Right. You lie in bed and stare at the ceiling, thinking about the secret you discovered while tasting Colonel Sanders' cooking yesterday. You can't believe he really used blank. And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much, even though this is the first day we met him. But, this is a 3-day college. I guess time moves a lot faster in this universe that they're creating. Like one day is like a whole lifetime together, basically. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her, please stop. Hold on. That's not what I want. Back. Okay. Settings. There we go. That's good. Alright. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the spork monster, she launches into a story of her own about her and the robot that I set her up with went back to her place and, did something. That for the adult watchers out there, you know how it is. Okay. I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, I think I might like Clank. I knew it. I was setting her up. This, like him, like a machine, I don't want to say a crazy person because, people are into that, and I don't mind. You know what? What does it matter? Love is love, even if it's with an inanimate object. It's love, okay? I know it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. At least I didn't set her up with a freaking child, or this would be a lot more weirder. We got to talking after class, and he is actually a totally sweet guy who's also a robot, by the way. Not only that, he's really smart because he's a robot. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Why would... Okay, I mean, he could tell her stories about himself, but I guess he's a robot? I don't know. Did you know Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school? I guess they went to the same high school together, and Clank followed him like a stalker or a crazed fan, I don't know, to cooking school, of all places. No, but that does make complete sense. Yeah, but he was so popular that he was voted prom king at a school he didn't even go to, and was also the convertible that he himself... What is this sentence? I'm sorry, am I going out? Am I reading this wrong? And was also the convertible that he himself rode in at the front of the homecoming parade. So, let me get this straight. Colonel Sanders was voted homecoming king at a school he didn't go to. And then he turned into a convertible to ride into a... Like, he literally became the convertible. Maybe I underestimated him. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe something got lost in the pressure cooking in language translation there. Oh, so that was meant to happen. Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow with the new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school, the most famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, you're a thing now? We definitely connected yesterday. Sure you did. You're not my friend anymore. How dare you? How dare you disrespect me with your untrustworthiness of myself? I will spit on you. No, I won't. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you? Oh, she was happy for me. I immediately judged her. My bad. Oh well. Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? However, you don't tell her that you know a second ingredient too, which you discovered on your own. Well, you don't tell her his secret ingredients, dude. That's like a loss of trust. That's horrible. Why would you do that? Your bestie's eyes light up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Yo, I feel like school children, kind of. Like, this isn't, like, college. Or maybe it is. I don't know, these people aren't mature. That's my thing. Because this kind of reminds me of, like, kids arguing. Like, oh my god, Billy told me a secret. And I can't tell you, but I probably will anyway. I'm sorry, I'll just get on with the story. Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering. What? Where did this go? This can't be good. And he told me about his passion for spices. Secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. Why would this random man do that? Who knows? Maybe he could tell that you were wanting to be a cook from your outfit. Are you wearing that all the time? Did you wear that yesterday? I don't remember. He said if it was a powder created from a super duper rare dried flower petals, and if I did him a big favor, I could have some on my own. This sounds like a real video game quest, by the way. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice. He even met me at the gate when I arrived. And he made sure to tell me not to tell anybody about this encounter after he left me scarred with PTSD for life. Later, when I cooked with them, a very strange feeling came over me, like I was passing out or something. And the flavor was unlike anything I've ever tasted, because I didn't taste it because it was chloroform. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Whatever. Anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking, so we've stayed in touch, you know? Like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about the new spices. Yeah, some people need to make sure their victims don't talk, so they stay in touch. Did someone hurt you? Because it's really weird to have some random man approach you in a botanical garden to talk about his quote-unquote secret spices. Either he's a cult leader or he just exposed someone's weakness which is the love for cooking, and used that to his advantage to get what he wanted. Sorry. I'm gonna keep reading the story anyway. Well, I definitely am not supposed to share Colonel Sandor's secret recipe. And besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone. Cough. Fibber. Please, please, please. It would mean the world to me so I can steal it. No one has to know that it came from you or Colonel Sanders. Should you protect Colonel Sanders? I say we protect the secret. This is about him, not her. You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know, how about... It was Eye of Newt. I know, sounds like some kind of witch's potion. But what can you do? Eye of Newt? Wow. Her eyes light up, imagining such a thing. And you figured that you satisfy her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Yeah, I'm glad I kept his secret. Before you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in. Oh, it's actually happening. That's cool. I actually like that. That's nice. Cherry blossom petals fill the air. It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school on his trusty steed. Stand back and run to him. Go. You decide the best way to show Miriam how serious you and Colonel Sanders... Wait, this is probably a bad idea since he's on a horse. I need it. Oh, this is gonna not end well. Surely he'll sweep you up onto the back of a stallion and you'll ride away together. That'll show her good. Oh, Colonel, my Colonel. Yep. However, I knew this was gonna happen. Your sudden movement surprised the horse, and it rears up, kicking you directly in the face. The force of the blow completely knocks you out cold. Right. I knew this was a bad idea, but I just clicked on impulse. Actions do have consequences. In the darkness, you see a vision. Ooh, Murgashi, I'm here to deliver you a message. Oh, it's the guy that died yesterday. Not this guy. What's wrong with him? He literally did nothing. It is important that you remember this exactly as I say it. If you forget, a world will come to the end, so you know it's serious. I've been trapped in the realm beyond, and the great prophecy relies on my return. Only you can save me. All you need to do is repeat my name 3 times. My name is... But before you can continue, you suddenly awake. Ah, jeez. I love trapping my peers into interdimensional voids that they can't get out of unless, they rip their... How they get back up is basically Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. Oh, you thought I was going to say it again? There's no way I would say Beetlejuice again. Oh, my bad. You awake to find Colonel Sanders tending to you. He roused you? Bruised you? Again with these words, roused you back to life with a satchel of secret spices. Or is that just his natural seasoned musk? Compliment the craftsmanship of his horseman's shoes, lean in for a kiss. Seems like too soon. Do that. Maybe you shouldn't be riding a horse to school, and maybe you shouldn't be running up to animals you don't know. It's hard to say who was in the wrong here. But one thing is for sure, that Colonel Sanders is pretty dreamy. That horse has beautiful shoes. I could really feel how smooth and sturdy they were, or when they were pressing into my face. Oh, he really likes that. I wonder what happens if I went for a kiss. He'd probably be like, what the heck are you doing? This woman's delusional. That's nice to hear. No one truly appreciates good craftsmanship anymore. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you, half knocked out, and Miriam to follow, with brain damage that I'm never going to go to the hospital for. When you enter the classroom, you can see your 2 rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Wow. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with the restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad. You try to get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder, and he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one, I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Tell them to stop acting immature. Act like you're not interested in them and try to get a closer look. The way I handle people is act like I'm not interested in them, especially if I think they're annoying. Like mostly him, but these 2. You sit near the rivals, but leave your back turned to them. You even hear Van Van mutter something that sounds a bit like a magic spell. However, he notices you eavesdropping. You try and cover your tracks and improvise an excuse. Ahem, it's time for class and you're distracting the rest of us who want to learn. I sound so posh. I'm upset by my decisions. Now you've upset them. Oh, look at his hair. I like when he's upset. It's kind of cute. In an ugly way, if that makes sense. Oh, and you're the emperor of cooking, are you? You make the rules. I'm not sure you'd know what a good meal is if you ate it. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. And you finally get a look at what it was they were hiding, and you instantly recognize it. It's a book. just like the one you found after your encounter with the spork monster. That's the same book that I found last night in the quad. Well, I said that out loud because I'm stupid. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom, and its contents are secret. You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. We're playing. I don't like you. People are saying you're cute and all that. Some people, I don't know who. I don't like you. Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by an arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep beep. Clank must have been running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts. You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Buzzed womp. Well, technically, he did run over his foot. Who do you think you are talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer. Womp womp. No, your mother was a stand mixer. We're buzzed. Van Van jumps to attack Clink, but Clink shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Oh, finally, you're useful for something. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blow. These crazed men are about to come to blows. Yeah, that's super evil. You look possessed almost. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. It's not over you. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know it's a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I got a lofty career aspirations to focus on. Yeah, you shrug her off. Maybe I can help you with that business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to... He does not look happy. To signal a true start of the day. The true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also the dog. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope that you're ready to learn. Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it. Sprinkles stops in his tracks and sniffs the air around you. I cannot speak. Something has him in a trance. It's the scent left on you from Colonel Sanders. Sprinkles jumps on you and licks your face. Down, boy, down. Off up in. That command, shouted by Colonel Sanders, just snapped Sprinkles out of his trance. I wonder what's up with that. Sorry, I got a little carried away. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we will review the global history of my favorite food, the chicken. Great. You want to pay attention to the lesson? Truly, you do. Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name. This is false advertising. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the most important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, Morgashi, naturally this appears to you to be a sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? A shimmering pepper, a dog biscuit, a glass of water. I will take the water, I guess. You grab the glass of water and gulp it down. It's cool and crisp like the Paris snow melted by the mountain spring. Hey, that was mine. It was from my favorite toilet. You owe me $6. Oh my god. I should have went for the pepper, I guess. And you got excellent taste. You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. Yeah, you should, myself. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. I loved how no one said anything about me drinking toilet water, basically. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria's lights dim. And your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via timed competitive cook-off. The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. Demand they stop wasting everyone's time. Step up and tell them you're on. Oh, I don't know. I usually like to stay out of things like this, but I like a good competition at the same time. A bit of a lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down on it, and so be it. I'm not the fool, you're the fool. Fool. Good one, Van Van. I like your grumption, Murgashi. Good one, Van Van. Colonel Sanders, you have poor taste in comebacks. I like your grumption. At least he likes my grumption. I'll be watching your performance. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to the madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sportsing court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer. Just then, a timer ready. A huge light blasts in your face, flashing the words timer ready. Like what's happening right here. That's what I'm talking about. A room. I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. I hope its message lifts you to victory. Sanders is full of himself. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now it's my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself. You had his chicken. Oh God, here we go. You had his chicken, and you made mashed potatoes and gravy one day. And you're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast, the timer runs down. You'll be forced to pick randomly. What temperature does the water boil at? It boil. That's wrong. I don't know. What are you thinking, Murgashi? Get your head in the game. You're going to need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. How many herbs and spices did he say to use? 11. That's right. You might not know all the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Alright, tail wagging and text. Now that you got in some basic steps going, you need to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers most trust, vigilance, gratitude? Gratitude? That's right. You must never take this opportunity for granted if you hope to succeed. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You better pick up the pace if you want to survive. Great, lower time limits, I'm betting. When you were a child, your father told you never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. This one. That's right. This is your shot. I'm not gonna miss it. Aru. You try to shut out the noise at the arena and focus on your cooking. What's the sound of silence? That's right. When they taste your cooking, they'll be so taken with it they'll be unable to speak. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Murgashi. He's actually cheering you on. Which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you were doing. Now all I can think about is Colonel Sanders. Oh, what were you thinking? Get your mind into competition? I can't read that fast. Sorry. You're stranded on the dessert island. Which one dessert cookbook? Which do you take? What a hunk. I know, right? Well, you know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the chance you're falling behind? Granola, I guess. What does it have to do with crafting spectacular fried chicken and delicate baked biscuits? Woof woof. You're really struggling to keep up. And next station, Ashley has already begun plating elements of her dish. It's colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough in the stand mixer. As you do, the Corral gasps. Yikes. Zip. I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in the kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. Where you might not have hands, but Murgashi does, and good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way, and don't get it far by going the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand in the mixer to rescue your dough before it's overmixed. Murgashi, no! And you're not fast enough, and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quick spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you often find is that the easy way, it can turn out much, much more difficult. Well, you see, I had no choice in this. Everyone stop what you're doing right now. This battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. It simply can't go on. Oh, that's too bad. And here I am, the completed dish, ready to serve. Surely that makes me winner by default. Not because I actually have good cooking skills. No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of Murgashi's injury. You see, Sprinkles begins to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skip straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I was going to ask Murgashi to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Flour. Inside, you find a delicate fried cheese croquette atop a slice of honeycomb. Ice cream, 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry jam. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger into the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you, As he places his sauce-covered fingers to his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Let's do this. Why not? Reach out with your apron to wipe the sauce off his glistening face. Ooh, Colonel Sanders recoils and brushes you back. This goatee isn't a fashion statement. It is also functional. I was saving that flavor for later. Game over. Dang. I'm gonna try that again. So I know not to touch him. A man you can't touch. What a life. So I like that the game ends you if you make the wrong choice immediately. Because then you don't have to do things all over again, I hope. Alright, here we go. You're on. Yeah. Get it. Alright. Alright, now I could try to get this first one correctly, maybe. Alright. Time to impress. Alright. Oh, well, that... Can I try again? I just want to get it all right, you know? I didn't care about getting it all right the first time. But, I could try. I don't know anything about cooking, though, so I guess it's 100 Celsius. And then everything else I picked was correct. Alright, here we go. You're on. Yeah, let's do it. Competition. Yeah, let's do it. Aru. Alright, here we go. 100 Celsius. That's right. But how would you have even gotten into this school without knowing that? Haha. Winner gets to rub my furry belly. Let that enticing offer motivate you. You're going to need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know what kernels... I was 11. Yep. Alright. Gratitude. Yep. Small down where big dreams are born, not the Pacific Ocean. And silence. Yes. He's cheering me on. I don't know how to get my mind into the competition. Falling behind. Doesn't care about my craftsmanship. Oh my gosh. Wow. My hand gets shoved off randomly. Yep. Internalize your rage. The rage burns so intensely within your eyes they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash. They fall off of your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester. Perhaps forever. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy, fried brow. You're running for the quad to be alone. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. Dang! So short amount of time. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. This person that I am suffers with a large amount of anxiety and taking things too far within. This is the second day. Like, it hasn't even been 48 hours yet. It's whatever. You try to hide from him and he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now, not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is a part of life, not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well, that's delusional. Well then, think again. I wasn't always the man that you see before you, enrolled in the culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, narcissistic, and motivated. Did I add something? Sorry. Well, handsome, sure. I was born that way. But I walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed at an obstetrician? I'm sorry, I don't know that. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed to be a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I lost my business partner to a gunfight. Did the guy who started KFC actually go for all of this? I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could use a hug. I resolved then. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving it the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure, it's honest, it's something that a humble man in this crisp white suit can be proud of. It can work. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay! Just as your moments grow intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle-scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. It's the Spork Monster that I thought I killed off. The Spork Monster is here to fight a hero. Is anyone else feeling a bit of deja vu? I'm sorry, Gorko, but I could have sworn we already battled you last night. That was Borko, my twin, and I, Gorko, am here to avenge them. You are stronger than Borko. Well, we're twins, so no, not really. We're pretty much exactly equal in every way. Why you ask? Colonel Sanders smirks. He is already on the same page as you. It's just that we beat Borko pretty easily, so I don't think you have much of a chance. Not to mention, I feel really guilty about that. If I could take it back, I would. I think what Murgashi is saying is, can't we just be friends? Life's too short for making enemies. I suppose we really don't need to fight. It's just that I've got these pointy teeth and claws. All the better for enjoying tasty foods. Surely you like to eat, don't we all? Of course I do. Inspiration strikes, and you come up with a quick idea. Chop on this. You toss a biscuit into Gorko's mouth, and he devours it in one gulp. Delicious? You're much nicer than the evil students who once upon a time turned me into this creature who stands here today. I don't believe it. You were a human once? Well, no. I was a chihuahua. But I was still a student at the school until one day some mean kids with a magic spell book cast a dark enhancement on me, and I was forever transformed. A magic spell book. Precisely. Borko used to have a copy, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef. You shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent and from those who will cheat them through the sorcery and guild. If you need me, don't fear, I will be there. It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Murgashi, together, I'm sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. A personal invite. You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must look like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Ooh, this is nice. Aww, I love the atmosphere in this game. In some sense, I like the backgrounds a lot. They are very nicely drawn, and the characters are very nicely drawn, and the animation is amazing. It's just a KFC dating simulator, that's all. Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure if I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perked up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to be paired with something spicier, something crispy, both perhaps. Now you got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him, or keep it secret just for you? Let's reveal it. I trust him. He seems okay. You decide that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. But before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' Lux Hideaway. Magnificent. He's so impressed. He's gonna steal my mashed potato and gravy recipe and my coleslaw recipe and put it in his restaurant and say it was his. Together, you chow down on the creamy slaw until just one spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I like to have it around so I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? See, this is how he steals all his recipes. Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping, which is not really a good thing. Around the room are various items you can look at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about Colonel. Oh, this is kind of cool. Look at that. You notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on the corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it just isn't realistic. It's real. Taxidermy must have been pertinent to Colonel Sanders when he was alive. A little note clipped to the chicken's foot reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." Okay. People who ever watch this video in Kentucky, confirm, please. Please confirm this. Tap on an item to discover more. Okay, cool. Oh, that's cute, actually. An adorable little baby boy crawls across the floor from the goatee and the mustache combo he sports. You figure that it must be Colonel Sanders himself. That, or maybe the drumstick he seems to be waving at. It's like a rattle. Who frames a baby picture of just themselves? Narcissistic people. Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of a company they founded, am I right? Ha ha ha. Little jab at Colonel right there. Scented candle. A scented candle, you pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool. Freshly starched collar. Piece of wood floating in a lake. Summer of 69. 69. No, it's one of those secret recipes ingredients. It's blank. Tap on an item. Oh, that door open there. Wonder what that's all about. It's maybe where he keeps his secret recipe. You think for a moment, what number is the most important to Colonel Sanders? Then it dawns on you. As soon as you turn the dial, 111111, the safe opens. Inside it, you find a single note. Canned chicken, be prepared. Sashimi style. Tap on the eye. Okay. Interesting. Am I going to get to look at everything? What's this? A lock of silver hairs woven in the teeth of the comb. Please don't take it like a stalker, please. Upon further inspection, you realize that the hair therein isn't just silvery in color. It's actually made of spun silver. What? What's this? You take a closer look at the large urn sitting on the nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusky, but then you wipe it off and you can read the inscription. It says, here lies the ashes of my past careers and business failures. Poor guy. The photo seems to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt. Maybe this is where he discovered what is his secret herbs and spices, except he is an old man. And one of the frame photos shows an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appears to be cheersing them. You look closely to see there's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. Let's look outside. Gaze out the window across the vast lake and the mountain range beyond. Just then, the ghost of the student pops up. Are you thinking about heading out into the world on the quest to avenge my death? Wait, what? I never even learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I couldn't just tell you my name right now. Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? You open the window a crack and the ghost of the student is swept out into the breeze. I feel bad for him. Like, why does he keep popping up, man? I feel like he's gonna come back with a vengeance. You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet, find a robe of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off his hanger and try it on. Why did you try on his clothes? You are in a random person's house. I know it's Colonel Sanders' house. We only know him for a day and a half, and you're trying on his clothes in his house. That's stupid, but whatever. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? If you're going to look any further, here Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he's been working on and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks you why you're wearing his jacket. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say it does look good on you. Well, at least he's cool with it. I wouldn't be cool with people trying on my clothes in my house. I'm sorry. I guess it's just the jacket, but still, that's weird. Oh crap, the jacket. You decide that now is the moment to make your big move. You tell him you're cold, you fess up and tell him the truth. You confess. Oh, he likes that. I think I've developed feelings for you. I might be developing feelings for you too, but I am concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel. Yes, Murgashi. I honestly think that this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence. Zeus. Oh, here we go again. You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will surely tell. Oh no, it's going to be one of those things. I like being honest, though. So, I prefer that. Today is the day that could change the rest of your life. It's the 3rd day of cooking school, y'all. That means we're graduating, I guess. Hold on. Oh yeah, the final bite, the 9th bite. Yep, we're going in. No, that's not what I wanted. Dang it. Why did it do that? Why did I do that? That's not what never mind. I'm gonna just rub my head and hope for the best. Come on, chicken and biscuits. Give me. Alright, here we go. You think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about. In some jurisdictions, blank isn't even legal, but if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Legal? Are you telling me there's illegal stuff in KFC? FBI, open up. Nah, never mind. I kinda like KFC. It's not my favorite chicken place, but it's definitely up there. Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. Chicken for breakfast? Well, there's chicken and waffles, which I like. It's meticulous. Chicken and biscuits. That's fine. I'll take it. You taste Colonel Sanders' food, and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you the important question. Will you marry me? So, would you say that we're the perfect match? How presumptuous! My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery? Ooh, I really want to do this. But I don't think that's... Ooh, should I be... Ooh, that's, Ooh. Dang. My final quest, I do want to complete this game, but I do want to take him down a peg, too. It's good, but my mom made better. Oof! Oh, did your little jab land too hard? Colonel, I know what you're going to say. I need to be better if I'm going to leave my mark on this world. Dang, a single tear. No! Oh my god! Begins to pool in the corner of its eyes as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner, could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and in confusion by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears, unable to speak. The only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school after it all. The University of Cooking School Academy is learning waits for no one. You get home and find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I went to Clank's again, and let's just say things got a little out of hand because he doesn't have hands. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you. Oh no, I was just insulting Colonel Sanders, the guy who I'm trying to basically marry. You know, the usual. It's okay. But now that turns out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam. Not like I already heard everything from you already. Sure, but, you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date. I think I can believe that. Since I am been partnered up with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. Aw, so cute. Of course I told him, you better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me, so I said, yeah, sure. I can get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving. Nice date. I like that date idea. With his friends. But things quickly spiraled out of control. Did she just say skydiving? As if that's the typical first date to go out with a talking pressure cooker. And now I'm not sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story, however. Following up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him. You what? I'm sorry, but you what? Nothing happened, but the emotional connection. Wowzers. Miriam offers to support you no matter what you do. Wait, what? Why did I have to choose that? Together with your bestie, you can feel like you can do anything. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. It seems like this happens a lot. You can tell from a distance they're picking on Bob. Though he himself might not quite grasp the fact. Because you know, he's Pop. What's a swirly? It sounds delicious. Oh, it's great. I'll order you one right away. I'll have a swirl with Sprinkles, please. Here, Sprinkles is a dog and a treat. You can get your swirly dip too. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school. Facts though. There is a horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You got some nerve, Murgashi, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking with that like that. Might as well just give up. I never give up, ever. You know, I think in in Hell's Kitchen, there was some guy who like hurt his hand, and he won Hell's Kitchen. And like his hand was in a cast the whole time, but he came out as the winner of the kitchen, of Hell's Kitchen, of all things. So I'm gonna compare myself to that man. What an inspiration. Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Murgashi, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Yeah, 'cause time goes really fast here. I wish my college would lasted for 3 days. But I guess it's not cooking college. I'm psychology and music. You can't learn all that in 3 days, I guess. Maybe 8 days, you know? Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What's he doing? Complimenting her? He can do whatever he wants. He is his own individual person. You need to stop being jealous, me. But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say. It was bland. That's a lot of words. Oh my god. Excuse me, Murgashi. I am more capable enough to speak for myself. Yeah, Murgashi, don't you freaking do that. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel. I am always interested in discussing fine art of fine foods. See you inside, Murgashi. Oof! Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get in some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Whoa, that's that book. It looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. I would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in all that magic stuff. A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful. I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open the page cover with the arcane warnings cast only in case of extreme emergency. It says around the edges of the page. I could use this spell here that says it will erase anyone I shoot. It was from all of my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. That is way too drastic. Couldn't you do something else, like anything else not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine. It is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you, and a pretty good excuse to try it out. Well, I already took, Sanders down a peg, so might as well, because I'm probably not going to get through with that. You begin to recite the spell, but you stumble on your words, and the only effect it seemed to have is to make you forget what it is you were doing. Alright, you're looking at the page again, and it comes rushing back to you. You've got a memory... Oh, don't do it. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room. I feel like it would go over and over and over and over again. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know, I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up and begins to breathe quickly. Dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens. Reach for some old bomb or give him it as a snack. Let's do that one. Sprinkles stops in his tracks. He focuses in on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on this cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terrence, I told you to never come back here. Terrence, I will destroy you, Terrence. Sprinkle is barking ferociously, drool flying off of his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel, whose name is Terrence? You better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again. After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt not only Terrence, but any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professional tone. I apologize for that outburst. Who is this guy? Who is this guy? He's been staring at me every single class now, and I just don't know who that guy is. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Murgashi, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see, but before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by whirs and sparks coming from the back of the room. I told you to save it for after class. Buzz. But think I want it to be thrown from some plane strapped to the stranger? Miriam and Clink appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clink's language of mechanical noises. Whir. But no, you had to show off to your cool kid friends Jeff and Joan, J&J Forever. Watch us from a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Buzz. Yeah, well, that doesn't make a great date. Beep and whir. Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can all hold hands if you pedal down the mountain or off a cliff for all I care. Sad beep. Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out the gaps in his panels, and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks. Beep buzzed. No amount of seasoning is going to make me want to eat that, Clank. What is that? That is a fried shoe. Clank burps out a complete deep-fried sneaker. Considering that he himself has wheels, not feet, it's entirely clear where it came from. In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay. Clank slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see the entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast all over the final day of school. Oh, that's sad. I was actually rooting for Clank. Poor guy. Well, that was unfortunate. But we must be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey, Miriam, are you okay? Okay, I'm so mad I could smash that tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. A tiny mug of all things. How could he embarrass me in front of class like that, in front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that breakup is no joke. even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane into Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing in through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me? Of course not. Well, maybe sorta, but I'm sure there's a pony out there, or with your name on it, and a ranch big enough for both of us, and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clink, or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest in you anyhow. Marion gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. She is very emotional. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup, and I bet that Professor Dog is gonna love it. Lop it up, I think. While you were pep-talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay, because you had a better idea of how to spend your time before your exam. Actually studying? You decide to head to Arena early to practice a dish. Oh, wow, I was right. This is the location of your final challenge, and will test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent, and a chance to beat the pants off of Van Van, the supposed Man-Man, and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. As planned, ha ha, you began to run and through a quick test of the recipe you've been working on, Murgashi's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Murgashi, what are you doing here? There's still time before the exam. I'm just taking it all in. I'm big on visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You're usually happy to share your food with anyone who is hungry. But the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes up behind you. Ignore it like there's no sound. Don't fess up about your practice dish. Okay, yeah, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know, my nose can smell a pot pie from over 400 yards away, so he was making sure I was telling the truth. Aha, it was a trick. That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all-butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no. Is it burning? Ha, no. I can smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC. But it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Wow, it's beautifully illustrated pot pie. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles raise down the ground rules. There are no rules. That is except to cook with everything you've got. You step up the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you to the edge for your victory. I was wondering when macaroni and cheese would come into play. Meanwhile, both Van Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has a giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely preparing to go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he is trying to find a way to improve on something perfect, his original recipe of fried chicken. The intensity in the room starts to fill 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders bows his chicken as it levitates through the air. What kind of cooking is this? I mean, there's monsters and magic in here, so I guess this is D&D cooking. No, not really. Egg wash. Sanders is a warlock, I guess. Miriam fiercely interjects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend, Blaster. I don't think I read that right. Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roll. Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula. I'm sorry, that's hilarious. Even Clank gets in on it. 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? It's the singularity, as was foretold. We mustn't let it happen, or the apocalypse uprising will take us all. Self-destruct. Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out to the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spell book out. She's going to use some dark magic to turn the tide. You got your own book, but you're desperate not to see her win another battle. You should take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's most certainly evil magic. Do it the hard way. Who needs magic when you got passion? I'm going to do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I believe in you, Murgashi. I knew he would be into that. Miriam notices too. And I've always believed in you, Murgashi, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. And you turn to notice that Miriam is at your station cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who is cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly in your boiling noodles. It's the secret ingredient. However, she doesn't know that you lied and the ingredients were made up. And where in the world did she get that eye of newt from? The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. It's I, Steve, the spork monster. Steve? Wait, what happened to Gorko? You're not here to battle me, are you? We spork monsters are many. I think Gorko had the day off. But you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle. So I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh hey, you're in the middle of cooking competition. I love that stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out? I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve the Sporknars noticed that you got the Grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station. I see what you're up to. Crisscross some magical items and accidentally summon me, huh? Yeah, you get us that sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water? I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little spork pup, back in the old country. You can feel a spork monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should just watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition. I understand. It's kind of like that time in monster school when I had fallen asleep during scare tactics class, and when I woke up, You toss a serious stare at Steve, and he takes the hint. Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck. Suffering the huge setback. You don't know if you could ever win. I'm gonna summon some extra power deep from within myself instead of giving up and dropping out of culinary school. Dang. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as the culinary energy flows through your body. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for... Yes, Murgashi, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The power you've summoned immediately fades back out. You interrupted me by my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. My palate has been expanding. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know that with this power you can do anything except turn back time, which would be super useful because while you were powering up your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. You don't worry, dear Murgashi. You may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides to have earned his support. I've been watching you today. I must say I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you managed to make is mac and cheese, and the time is almost up, so you're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the tests? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never really been my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you have ever laid your eyes on. And besides, something unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass your individual efforts. Are you suggesting if we combine forces and we can form the perfect food union or fusion? Time's up, students. With time expired, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must now present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some students. Pop, clink. From off screen, you can hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student. Pop. Yeah, I'm flying. It sounds like it's coming out from the broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside the closet, you see Pop hanging on a broom hook by an elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from there right now. Let me guess, did Van Van have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse? I thought wedgie was a salad. It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything. I can feel my legs. May I be excused? Sure. I can't feel my legs, sorry. You kids and your pranks, I must say it's not the worst prank in UCSAL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks. Clink! Where'd that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature word beep and other onomatopoeia. There's none. Somehow, he must have gone unplugged. I guess we have to figure out that later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it's been a long semester. 3 days. Wow, 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, its time has come for me to eat. Finally. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish. I've made... Oh, that looks really good. I love udon noodles. I freaking love udon noodles. Tender udon noodles and savory soup. My word, it's so delicate. It's teeny tiny Naruto maki. I spy a float in its itsy bitsy bowl. Yes, chef. Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. Yes, Sprinkles. And some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully snips around the dish before opening his mouth and laying just the tip of his pink dog tongue into the bowl. Sublime! Anything else like the taste? Oh, come on. I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electronic toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself. In a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took too much. It was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+, rarely do I taste the dish with much love poured into it as yours. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug. Thank you, Murgashi, for helping me believe in myself. Van Van, you're up. Now describe your dish. I made... that looks cool, but I don't know. Uni over smooth egg custard in an and urchin shell topped with caviar. Did you skewer one of the urchin and with spines from a second, different colored type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is my kind of brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkles leans in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Woof woof. Please be gentle with my cuisine. Grr. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, and he can't get past the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Youch, my tongue. The professor appears to have an allergic reaction to the sting. I can't eat this. It keepeth poking my tongue. Disqualified. A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could have made it difficult to eat? Dejected, Van Van does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified for glamour! Don't discount telepathy. I don't know. This isn't the last you heard from me. By forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. I know. Yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley. It's time to step up. Now describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delight in a light rosewater syrup topped with French margarine or marigou. I can't say it. And connected by sugar glass. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece. Don't eat the food at a cooking school. Got toast in your ears or something, Murgashi? I told you it's a display piece. Ashley, I must say, it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it. I did an extremely good job cooking it, too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. If I want to be judged on eating, I go to the College of Eating School for the hungry. I suppose you could smell it, too, if you were absolutely insistent. But don't breathe too hard. It might disrupt the sugar spiral. If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified. Rage overtakes Ashley, and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. And with that, Ashley storms off into the dedicate herself to being the best. But this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice liked by everyone else. This isn't the last you heard from me, either. Oh no, are we gonna get a sequel or something? If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cook, step up together. Two chefs. What begins as a bowl of delicious macaroni and cheese has become something else. He examines it closely, eyeing the bowl. What? Uh-oh. I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays. Just when I thought I've seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing and completely blow me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I have never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass. Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win. Together you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive, even Van Van and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on. How could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is completed, everyone has graduated. The students return for one last assignment to get their groove on. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Dog is in the house. You knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Van Van and Ashley tell everyone that they committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were the villains. For a moment, you actually believe them. Another haunting. No ghosts allowed in graduation is clearly written in the school's bylaws. I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. Oh, amusing. And now that everyone is together, it's the Spork Monster. He is totally mellowed out. Everyone, the Spork Monster is no more. From now on, I prefer that everyone refers to me by my new name, the Party Monster. Wow. Student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone is so wrapped up talking to Spork. Sorry, Party Monster. Dejected, student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking. And you know she's gonna do great. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Pop. He arrived late to the dance, but apparently for a good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat a crown. Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean. Ooh, yikes. Oh, now I get it. And we get a new wing in the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of the chancellor of such and such. The music at the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking and electrical hissing. It's Clank who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth. Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing. I am Clank. I am not of this earth. I am actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? What? I actually feel like I knew it this whole time. Now that I have learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me? I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I have just begun to learn who I really am. There isn't the time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank. You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear she has managed to surpass you in that regard. I understand, kind of. Humans are weird. A portal opens, and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives, and flowers overtake the dance room. Howdy, classmates. Dang, he is ripped. Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. This time, it's a full meal. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history. Hey, there's my coleslaw, and my mashed potatoes and gravy, and my biscuits. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. The end? No, it's not the end. As everyone feasts on delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting on the edge of the dance floor. Murgashi, what are you doing sitting all alone? Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, might you tell me where the qualities that you would expect to find in such a lucky person? Off the top of my head, I don't know. A spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, just to name a few. It truly is my lucky day. Would you like to dance with me? Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off, and I'll be so glad to spend it together with you, Murgashi. How sweet. We'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Work together? Well, I think this is something I just need to do by myself. But who will help you run your restaurant? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward? Could it be? You found a love connection, but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef? Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love, the life of the entrepreneur? I suppose I could enroll in pastry school. Oh, my dear Murgashi, I'm sure that you'll find your place eventually. And along the way, you have me by your side. The end. Wait, did he insult me and say that I have him be... What happened? Did I get the man or what? Whoa. I'm so confused. Flatter him. You know, I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to pull in the corner of his eyes. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner. Overcome with... You run out the door anyway. I'm really confused about the ending, guys. I really am. Like, the second time I played through it, I still don't get it. I mean, I guess I got the man. He said he'd always be with me. I bet there are definitely other ways that you can go with all the options. What happens if I drop out? Let's see what happens if I drop out real quick. Because I want to see that. I want to give up. Let's give up. I love giving up. That's all I do. All of my daily lives. In the life of me, all I do is give up. I walk outside and I immediately give up. Alright, here it comes. Cast a spell. Oh. Never cast spells on yourself, cast them on your rivals. Just tell me who is giving you trouble and take good care of them. You motion towards Ashley, and before you can think better of this dastardly decision, he recites the spell that turns her into a chicken. Now a mere bird, she flaps her wings and glides off into a reduced section of the arena far from her station. Okay, gotta go, bye. Uh-oh, this could be dangerous. You're immediately racked with guilt over this act of blatant transmogrification. Ashley remains a chicken. Alright. How could you? Cheating on the final exam? I've never been more disappointed. And here I was considering you for a place not only in my future chain of highly successful chicken restaurants, but also in my heart. Without hesitation, he cast a counterspell from memory that saves her. There is such a thing as cooking with honor, and this does not qualify. I no longer want anything to do with you. Try again. So I did get his heart because I made it to the end without him completely giving up on me. I do like Ashley as a chicken. It's a lot better like that. It's a lot better that way. I won't use it. But I am gonna give up. Go, 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 go! Power clicking. Here we go. Almost there. Give up and drop out of culinary school. You made it this far and now you're gonna quit? Suit yourself. Game over. Oh. Okay, give up. I'm done. Sorry. I already made it to the end twice. I run Chef the KFC man's heart twice. So that's fine. I don't need it again. I guess as I watch this final sequence, I'm gonna reflect on the game a little bit. Like I said, it's doing a lot of things. A lot of things. All in one. And there's a lot of characters that don't need to exist. I don't know why they exist. And there's a lot of very obnoxious and annoying characters. Like the enemies and Pop. I did not like Pop at all. Clank was okay. He was kind of a lovable character. The doggo was great. A lovable character. Colonel Sanders is full of himself. That's why I had to knock him down a peg. I just had to do it. Sorry, Colonel, but come on now. So, in that way, it kind of made him a little bit unlikable. But, you know, I liked my friend, though. She was cool. And who else? The ghost guy. The guy who dressed up as a ghost. We find out in the end he's not a real ghost. There was no point to his existence. They did nothing with him. They literally tried to ignore him throughout the game for whatever reason, we don't know. Because he was late for class one time. So that was interesting. Anybody else? Can't think of anybody else. But, yeah. That's it. The art, I've said it before, I love the art. The art's always beautiful. The animation's beautiful. Whoever did that, absolutely wonderful job. And the story is kind of all over the place. The gameplay is kind of all over the place. Like I said, the game's trying to do a lot of different things, have a lot of spontaneous characters, and they added magic in there, and it was all over the place, kind of. But in the end, we got our man, so I guess I win. I'm not gonna play this. There's certainly other options. It's free to download on Steam if you guys want to check it out, play it for yourself. Thank you guys so much for watching this with me, going through all this stuff, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.